This book was not at this table, but these other ones are. And I was with some girls, raise your hand if I was with you. And Miss Leslie was asking you to do something, and I was totally interrupting you. And I noticed that the books that were at this table all have two major things in common. First of all, one of the reasons why you're taught by older people is because older people know some things that you don't. I know we don't know a lot about computers and technology and things like that, but we know a lot about old books. Every book in front of you is what you guys would call an old book. That doesn't mean that you should be scared of it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't read it. The covers on these books are not as cool looking as maybe what you think the covers of newer books should look like. You've heard that old, what word is going to come out of my mouth right now? What? No, what did we just study with Kat?
Proverbs.
That old proverb, don't judge a...
Book by its cover.
Okay, we all judge books by covers, but if you look at these books right here, maybe one of them has kind of a modern looking cover, and the other one's kind of like really dated, right? Now here's a question I don't know, readers. I don't know this. I don't know if kids that aren't from the United States are going to find these books interesting, but I don't know that they're not going to find them interesting. Here's why. These books all take place or set in the United States, and they're all historical by nature. They're all what we call historical fiction. Yeah, Old Yeller's probably really a realistic fiction story, and Little House on the Prairie might be realistic fiction, but they both have a lot of history in them. This one goes all the way back to when the United States became a country. This one is about Laura and her family growing up on a prairie, and what it's like to live in the woods and in the prairie and things like that. This one made me cry in 4th grade when my teacher read it to me. And if it doesn't make you cry, I'm a little worried about you. This one right here and this one right here are both set in a time period called the Civil Rights time period, when people of color in the United States were able to get, I'm hearing all sorts of fun words right here that have to go with this, good connections, are trying to find connections to, are trying to get equal treatment. And the truth is, in the United States, people are still trying to get equal treatment of color. So these books, while old and historical looking, your teachers read every single one of them, and I think at least half the readers in my class were ready for books like this. The other two right here are totally different. If you don't mind me doing a quick book talk, Ramsey, where are you? Ramsey, I walked around the corner, I saw this book, and I thought of you. That doesn't mean that anyone else can't read it. Someone go grab the other Joey Pigsit book. So, Miss Leslie did something for you today. Miss Leslie had you guys, thanks. Miss Leslie had you guys look at books that are Newbery Award winners. Well, this book came first, Joey Pigsit Swallowed the Key. And then the next one he wrote, Joey Pigsit Loses Control, won the Newbery Award. Sometimes the librarians that select these awards, by the way, the new one comes out next week. I looked it up, the 2016 Newbery. It's like opening night for me. I get that excited about it. This one right here really kind of won the medal, a lot of people believe, because this book was so good. Ramsey, you are this kid. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to read this book. Just like I tried my darndest to give that book right there in Jack's hand to Dahlia, that one about Cat right there, Whittington. This book right here is the highest level book that I've seen that Miss Leslie put out. And Miss Leslie has to know what I'm talking about. It's called The 21 Balloons. I used to read it to my 6th grade class. The book is really complicated but amazing. It's about this man named William Waterman Sherman who travels around the world in a balloon, and a seagull pops his hot air balloon. Sounds like our science experiment a little bit, doesn't it, right here?
Could you please, just by looking at the spine, could you turn and talk to a neighbor? Which one do you think might be better for a 1st grader? Just by looking at it that way. Which one might be better and why?
Which one do you think would be better for a 1st grader? No, none of these guys. These two right here. Which one? Why do you think that?
Or a plan for ourselves today in the library. Why did we take a few minutes to make a jot note and a plan about what we're going to do today during book checkout? How come, Ramas?
So we don't take too long to check out a book.
Okay. Why is it also important to have a plan ready before we come to the library? Like Amr, You wrote down here, just quickly, I'm planning to look for Diary of a Wimpy Kid books because these are my favorite series. What has this done for you now when you arrive to the library? What do you know?
I know that I can pick any Diary of a Wimpy Kid series
Do you know where to find those books?
in the fiction.
Excellent. So you have sorted in your brain what you're planning on doing today. Who has a plan today to search for nonfiction texts? What's your plan, Isabella?
To look for ancient Greece
Books on ancient Greece. How come?
because I want to learn and it's about a unit.
Also, that's connected to our unit of inquiry. That's great. Mariska, what are you planning on looking for today?
I'm planning on looking for fiction. It's like a graphic novel called The Dystopian. It's a series.
Excellent. Do you need to use Destiny to search for that
No,
today?
it's in that section.
Okay. Is anybody planning on using Destiny Quest to assist their library search today? All right, you can go get yourself sorted.
Make sure you make good predictions, not just one sentence or two sentences. Tell what's actually going to happen in the book. First, next, then, and the book's going to end a certain way. So turn to your buddy and please make a good prediction. Go ahead.
I think that girl is going to I think what's going on. I think there's going to be a girl. Some girl, like, older than her house. Like, she has everything that wants to make her own country, or she wants to make his own country. So then they try to make her own country. So, and then they notice that there are no countries all of the stuff everywhere. So the brother keeps on calling and saying, I need my own country. I feel like that.
All right. I know a couple of you didn't get a chance to finish, but you know that's okay. Keep your prediction in your head, and maybe your prediction was correct.
On fossils would be good.
I checked on
Yeah, like Miss Leslie said, a lot of those have been taken out, but see, this says fossils.
Yeah.
So if we can, fossils is the whole week. So if you can look and put your shelf key in and just browse around with, picture walk or something. Earth, fossils, yeah, that's the eyewitness, yes, except, if you're a reader that can read, quite a bit. So you would probably find it's a lot of small things, it's very dense, but you could do it.
So I'm gonna keep on kicking it alone. She's trying to get the phone, but then it disappears. Like she can't find the phone. And Megan, her enemy, is now nice in this book, and she notices that Penny is like on the floor crying. She's having another panic attack because she just lost her phone, and she doesn't know who has her phone. And so what happens is Megan helps her out of the crowd and takes her home, and Noah doesn't know that she's at home, and he starts panicking. But then he comes back with Elliot and Alex, and they pick up Penny, and she explains that she had a panic attack. But the thing is, she doesn't know who has her phone. So days later, after she's going to go on tour with Noah, she gets an email from the person who stole her phone. And it's a selfie of her and Noah that she took that's on her phone. And she never put it on her go online page. And she sends, the person who has the phone sends it to Penny and says that it's not going to last long. Here. So it's from The Real Truth to Penny Porter. The subject is Enjoy It While It Lasts, and then it has the attachment photo of her and Noah.
That's getting sad.
One question.
You have to read the first one before you read it.
I don't want to read it now.
Yeah, she does have a password, but I don't know.
But you can read it to figure out what happens at the end, so don't share any more of the story.
Because I'm still reading this, but the first book, I explained it.
Yeah.
No, but it's a really long book. Thank you.
So is that a new series that's released?
So Ella wrote it. She's a YouTuber and she wrote both books.
Let me see.
That girl with that crazy hair.
This is the second book. The first book is
brown instead of